Hi you guys, welcome to your April 2025 monthly forecast. Before I begin, I have to apologize if I sneeze, cough, or lose my voice. Okay, with the weather going up and down here the way it is, I either have a cold or allergies or both at the same time. So please excuse me, okay? And thank you so much to my subscribers for your continued support, for your likes, shares, and comments. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. There's also links in the description box below. There is one to my website where you can see some of the services that I offer, but you can also just email me. That email address is also in the description box, and it's easier to just ask me if there is something that I do. Okay? Also, check out my weekly forecast, which is now daily shorts, and I'm going to do something a little different this month with the monthly forecast. Okay, for those of you who seem to really love the shorts, the monthly forecast will always exist as a regular video, but some of you are still not aware that there's a link within the short video to the full monthly forecast, and you're just clicking on that short and you're just getting just a snippet of the monthly forecast. You're not hearing the whole thing. So for those of you who love the shorts, okay, I'm going to break it down into parts, the monthly forecast for you. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Maybe, after a while, you'll just, decide to click on the link and listen to it fully, the full monthly forecast all in one video. But if you prefer the shorts, that's what I'm going to try this time. We'll see how it works out, okay? So, now for your forecast. Hi, Libra. So, Aries is your opposite sign, right? And the sun is in Aries up until the 19th. Then, with planets, Venus and Mercury both in Pisces, turning direct, they're moving back into Aries, okay? So, Mercury turns direct in Pisces on the 7th, moves into Aries on the 16th. And then Venus turns direct on the 12th in Pisces and moves into Aries on the 30th. So, and again, the sun is here up until the 19th. So where you have Aries in your chart is your 7th house. It is your opposite sign. Okay, 7th house is directly across from your 1st house of Libra. And the 7th house, you're the natural ruler, actually, of the 7th house. With 7th house being partnerships, marriage, or business, or friendship. Also the house of arrangements and agreements, open enemies, and competition, and many, many other things, okay? So Neptune has also just moved here, and maybe those of you born on like the first day or two of Libra may notice this, but it's a slow-moving planet, so it does sometimes take a while to even feel the full effects of it. It won't fully move into Aries until next year. Same thing with Saturn. Okay, Saturn will be moving into Aries briefly again for the summer, okay? Then it also will fully move into Aries next year. And what I mean by that is both these planets will fall back into Pisces again this year. So all of us are just going to get a brief, inkling over the summer of what Neptune and even Saturn in Aries will bring. But you'll have Neptune in your 7th house of, again, close relationships and partnerships. I will be doing a video on these planets in Aries, okay? But for now, I'm just telling you that those of you in the first day or two of Libra may notice, okay? Now, when Venus and Mercury move back here in direct motion, you know, it brings, again, they were traveling together and it brought about really nice conversations, pleasant, lighthearted conversations with people, wanting to steer away from anything too serious, even in retrograde motion, okay? But what it does do for you, because it has already been here, both Venus and Mercury have already been in Aries, then they fell back into Pisces, now they're direct and they're going back into Aries again. So you may have been having some kind of conversation or other within one of your close relationships that you would like to continue. You know, it could have been maybe flirtatious with just a friend, you know, that maybe you would like to be more than a friend. Maybe they've always just been a friend, but you're looking at them a little differently now. So with these planets back here, Venus and Mercury, you may want to have a more serious conversation about, you know, romance even. Or, you know, this is also business and friendship, close partnership. So, you know, you could just even, again, continue or start a new conversation in this area with one of these people. But it's a very nice transit, okay? And with the sun here, you're spending more time possibly with someone. You know, a loved one, or maybe you have to pay more attention to business or something or other, but there is a full moon in Libra on the 12th in your first house, okay? So, not a big deal though. I don't see anything too you know, big going on here. Full moons are there to bring a problem to the surface so you can deal with it and then do away with it. So there could be something within one of your close relationships that you would like to change. It isn't working out. You know, but I don't see anything real big, though, happening here, like I said. Okay, so there could just be some kind of, you know, it could even be like, though, personally, you know, what you do with yourself. Your first house is your house of personality and self, okay? So you could just wake up on this day and just decide you're going to do everything differently in regards to a certain thing within your life. You're done with it. You know, it's don't want to deal with it anymore, and you're moving on. Okay, so it could even be just something personally to you, personal. Okay. So, though, before these planets do move into Aries, there is still, you know, Venus and Mercury in your 6th house where you have the sign of Pisces. Saturn is still here. Okay, the 6th house being the workplace, your co-workers, the kind of work that you do, your work schedule, your house of health, and your house of service to others. So this is still, you know, good relationships with co-workers, some kind of team effort possibly. At the same time, Mars is still in Cancer up until the 18th, then it moves into Leo also on the 18th. But it's in your 10th house of your career and your public persona. Your 10th house is your most public house, and it is how you're known by reputation, both professionally and personally. Having Mars here, it does well here. You know, if you were after some kind of position, a certain position, this is a competitive house, so having Mars here makes you very confident and able to move forward with within your career and with confidence, you know, knowing that when you speak about yourself and your accomplishments, let's say to a higher up or to anyone, you know, that may be in a position to further your career or your position, you're telling the truth. You know, you're not really glossing anything over or embellishing anything. You're speaking freely about yourself, okay, and it's truthful. So you're getting attention for that alone, even from your coworkers or the company you work for, or if you're self-employed, a prestigious client or something or other. And even if you're retired, there's still some kind of recognition that you're getting possibly even an award of some kind, but it is for like a job well done, or just for being the person that you are. Okay. The sun moves into Taurus on the 19th, and your 8th house, where you have the sign of Taurus, and there's a new moon here also in Taurus on the 27th. The planet Uranus is still here, so sometimes you still have these unexpected occurrences happening within your money, any kind of jointly held bank accounts or credit cards or property of any kind. 8th house is other people's money and resources, and passive money through means other than earning it, such as a legal settlement, or insurance payout, refund of some kind. It could even be an inheritance or an increase in a bank loan or credit on your credit card, something or other. But it could be, though, because of all this stuff that was happening at work, some kind of perks that you were getting at work. It could be even regarding like insurance through work, or just access, to company credit card or car, something like that, whatever. Okay. Let's see here. When Mars does, okay, Mars will move into Leo on the 18th, and your 11th house, where you have the sign of Leo, 11th house being your friends and acquaintances, socializing in person or online, any group or organization that you belong to, and also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So this Mars has been traveling back and forth between Cancer and Leo, back and forth, back and forth. So now it's in Leo again, moving in direct motion, and it will eventually, move into Virgo, move into Libra, blah, blah, blah. So there is probably some kind of goal that you were trying to get, with Mars being here, and then Mars in your 10th house. You're getting recognition, and then Mars moving into your 11th house. Maybe you are, that dream that you've been trying to reach, or that goal is like really, really within reach now, okay? This could also like just increase your sociability, wanting to get out more, wanting to see people you haven't seen for a while, or see a show, a live show, or go to a bar or a club or some place where you haven't been for a while, okay? And if you're not able to do this in person, you're just socializing online, okay? I do have to mention, though, the new moon in Taurus in your 8th house will bring a new beginning in this area, in regards to other people's resources and money, just finances, period, anything that you jointly share or own with someone else, okay? So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Libra on the 11th, 12th, and 13th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Aries, and those dates are the 25th and 26th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time for money is the 13th, 14th, 15th, 27th, and 28th. The best time for your career is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 16th, 17th, 18th, 29th, and 30th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for April. Be sure to check out my weekly shorts, which are now daily shorts. See ya!